welcome back to the Flamingle. Today we're diving into a brand refresh that is not just bold, it's purpose driven. We're talking about the newly launched identity of the National Hispanic Health Foundation, also known as NHHF, and how this rebrand reflects a mission that's bigger than a logo like most of our projects. We had the honor of working with their incredible team, and we're excited to unpack how this transformation is about more than just visuals. It's about their voice, their identity, and building trust with the communities that they serve. So we are going to get started with the problem we help them solve. Maddie, what do you have to say?
This client came to us because they needed to establish their own brand identity separate from the organization that they had been tied to for decades. And if you're familiar with rebrands as companies and brands separate, that can be quite a complex and delicate process on how do you preserve your brand legacy while evolving the brand and standing on your own. So that was one of the challenges that they had. And the other challenge was that they were evolving their mission while they were still holding true to the mission of helping Latinos in healthcare and access it through leadership, research, and education. They were expanding, evolving, and growing that mission. So for us, it was like, okay, so how do we walk them through to get them to the other side of this brand refresh that also included a full scope of redesign for their website, for their marketing material, as well as their communication strategy.
So let's start by talking to you guys about what they're about. What is the National Hispanic Health Foundation? And this foundation, they transform healthcare through leadership, research, and education, specifically for Latinos and other minorities. And essentially what they want is to have minorities represented in leadership positions across public health and other areas. So for us as two Latinas, this has been so important for us. Just thinking about our kids and how we're evolving as a society. We definitely wanted to help the National Hispanic Health Foundation with this project.
NHHF is best known for 2 or 3 things. They have awarded over $2.5 million in scholarships to over 450 scholars in medical school or in a medical field. They have also empowered and mentored over 200 fellows. And these programs are game changers, and they increase representation, they increase leadership, they increase care for the communities that they serve. So those are 2 of the big things that they're known for. Now, to dive into the process of how did we walk NHHF through our brand and marketing framework.
We started with our brand assessment questionnaire. This is a very detailed questionnaire where we get to know you in 30 questions or less. Then we went with clarifying their message. So we had several sessions with them, just talking them through the messaging that we came up with in terms of what did they want to be known for. And as Maddie said before, also keeping that legacy that they've been around for over 30 years. So we wanted to make sure that history was weaved into the messaging. Then we went to design their logo, which is one of our favorite things as well. And coming up with a few concepts that resonated with them and with their staff and with the culture of their brand. After we designed their logo, that was finally approved. We designed their website. So you guys need to check out their website. Is nhhfx.org, and let us know what you guys think.
So with the website, if you have ever worked on your own, or you've had somebody help you with your website, you know that it is a big undertaking. And the website has come a long way from where they had it to where it is now. We had to figure out their CMS, their database, and how it all integrated with the new platform. We're big proponents of WordPress sites. They're very universal and scalable and flexible and customizable. So we were able to transfer them or migrate them from their old platform to a WordPress site. So that in itself was a big accomplishment. And it also empowers them to be able to edit it and change it as they need it, because for our clients, we want them to be independent, even if it means that they're going to need us less. But it does empower them to be able to manage and do what they need to do for their websites.
Yeah, so we have been super excited about doing the launch in terms of how we were going, even coming up with a plan to roll out their brand was super exciting. We did a combination of PR, social media posts, email marketing, and so far we've received some great feedback. People have loved the logo and the new brand. And we couldn't be more excited for the NHHF team, especially Dr. Rios, who has been leading this organization for a very long time.
Yeah, and it's a problem that a lot of established organizations have, that they hit what we call a brand ceiling, and that they've outgrown where they were, and they definitely had outgrown where they had been for where they're going. And this is something that helps them communicate, clarify, amplify their messaging and their mission, which is the biggest thing. It's like, can we reach more people? Can we increase representation for Latinos in medical or healthcare positions? Can we serve the community more authentically? Like, those are the ultimate goals of this, because it's not just about looking pretty, but for us, it is about fulfilling the bigger mission, the purpose of the brand.
Yeah, so I love this sentence that says, when your brand aligns with your vision, it becomes a vehicle for change, not just a visual identity. So definitely, folks, keep that in mind if you're thinking about a rebrand, if you think that you've outgrown your brand at this point, if those colors, the messaging, the values are not resonating with you anymore. We always talk about this. Brands are like people, we evolve, right? Brands do as well. They evolve with us. So we need to make sure that that still aligns with who we are as a brand culture. And one of the things that Captiva does best is helping you give you clarity on how to best talk about your brand.
To talk about the work that we did for NHHF is to try to boil the ocean into a little cup, right? This was a 12-month engagement where a lot of hours went into the thinking, the strategy, the creative aspects, and then the implementation of it. And it's like seeing your child graduate from school, that you're like, oh, all of the work finally comes together into full fruition. And we're so proud of this work that we did, but also of the organization and the impact that they will have, and that we had, a role in increasing that impact.
Great. Well, this is it for today. Thank you so much for listening to us, and we hope we can connect on social media, LinkedIn, Instagram, Facebook. We're on all different platforms.
Stay
Stay
flamazing.
flamazing.